What is the energy level that I bring to the table? Am I doom and gloom and woe is me, or am I somebody who really gets it and wants to be seen as one who wants to be involved? What is my mood? What is my mindset? Am I bringing my troubles from home back into the workplace? Did the baby not sleep all night and therefore I didn't sleep all night and I feel miserable? And it's going to be reflected in the work and the outputs that I bring? And what is my perspective? Am I going into this meeting thinking this is going to be a win for all? Everyone is going to benefit from what happens today. Each one of you, if you came into this meeting with the right perspective, is thinking, well, I'm really going to get some strong takeaway points that I can use in my practice and in my life, and that this organization is so committed to my personal and professional growth that I'm here to stay. I want to be a part of this organization. I want to call this home, right? That's a perspective that you want. So how did we get here? We got here because of overwork. We got here partially because of the pandemic. We got here because of lack of staffing, because of the commitments to which we overcommitted, to saying yes to too many things, not knowing that if you say no, that allows time for a yes for something you really want to do. But if you fill your time up with things that you don't want to do, you lose. I consider myself to be in this stage that sometimes in the academy we refer to as preferment. It means I work when I want, with whom I want, when I want, on what I want. But I'm picking and choosing, and it might be 40 hours a week. It might sometimes, I know my husband thinks this, it might be 80 hours a week, and you think, what kind of a preference is that? But it is on things that I really want to do. It is on work that truly matters to me and outcomes that will make me feel good about the contributions that I have made. And that is so, so important. So ensuring that those things to which we commit really will fill our bucket is so vital to our success. But sometimes we just run on empty, and we shouldn't be. It's about the workforce, it's about crisis, it's about fatigue, it's about psychological safety. If you're familiar with the work of Amy Edmondson from Harvard, you recognize the term psychological safety as a term that often Joint Commission refers to as the no shaming, no blaming. Don't blame the person, blame the process. Look at the process, explore what went on to bring us to this place, and let's see what we can do better to make that better. That's psychological safety. That's about the organization as a whole and about the work environment. But what about emotional safety? Joe Tai from Iowa, who's one of our contributors, often talks about the emotional safety aspect, the individual aspect, the what's in it for me. Do I feel emotionally safe at work? Do I feel as if people are lashing out at me or accusing me of things or taking me to task for something that I didn't even do? Or even on the opposite end, rewarding me for something that I did do and for which someone else is perhaps taking credit. We're going to grow the workforce and hopefully convert some of those travelers into real members of the team, committed members of the team, by creating that kind of an organization. But overwork leads us to overwhelm, and we need to overcome the overwhelm with physical, emotional, and mental health programs that are in place. So how do we overcome the overwhelm? What do we do when we're overwhelmed? I know what I do. I work more hours. I try to squeeze more hours into the day. I'll share with you the fact that in my day, just like yours, I'll bet, there are only 24 hours. How many hours do you have in your day? Anybody have more than 24? Does anyone, do you really? Does anyone have the magic formula to get to the next level where I'm gonna have more hours in the day? Does anyone have that process? Because if you've mastered it, I'll bet you there are 350 plus people in this room who want to know the secret to your success. But I know what I do when I'm overwhelmed. I'm going to take you back a minute. What should we do when we're overwhelmed? Have you ever seen at Staples, or what kind of office supply stores do you have? You have Staples, right? They bought everybody else, didn't they? You have that little red reset button and you push reset. Have you ever tried to push reset on yourself? And if you have, did it work? It doesn't work, does it? It doesn't really work. You're supposed to step back, examine in your mind, what made me do this? What am I thinking? What could I possibly be thinking that is destroying my mind, my body, my spirit, and not allowing me to be whole? Just based upon the fact that I'm not listening to what I'm being told. So is there anybody here who has examined what makes you do it? Who has challenged your assumptions? Anybody done that? You don't sometimes think, what on earth was I thinking? In our family, we call it PPD. It means post-purchase dissonance. I'm not sure there's a real CPT code for it or that you can bill for it, but someone, usually this someone, buys something and then thinks, should I have bought this? Should I have bought that? I remember one time 3 cars in 1 week, depending upon who was going to deliver the car first and which one did I really want and was it the right car. It's not the same thing as obsessive compulsive disorder, but trust me, after so many years, it feels like a disorder to those around you. It feels like one that you don't want to catch. But it's PPD, and I notice my son has it, and now I see that 3 of my grandsons have it as well. The other one is not biological, so maybe it doesn't pass through. And then do you ever just take a deep breath? So I have a slide up here that resembles one that you put up, Regina. How can I help? What can I do? What can my organization do to make me feel whole? I love the place I work. I love those with whom I work. What can I do, let's hold that a minute, to make it better? So if you had to think differently about how someone can help you or what you need, would you be willing, would you be able to speak up and speak out, to rise up and say, this is what I need and this is how I need help? And you're nodding your head, so now I'm going to volunteer you. I'm not allowed to walk that far, I kind of have to stay over here. Please tell me what you would do and how would you think differently about it? What would make you do something different? What would make you speak out? You can stand up and tell us about it. I think Sam wanted to bring you a mic, but I don't want to really embarrass you.
I'm so blessed. I'm at JFK University Medical Center, and I'm so blessed to have the leadership that I have that literally say to me, whatever you need, just ask. So I'm very fortunate. So I've been able to, we needed more staffing, we needed more support, and I was able to ask and get it.
And what is your name?
Oh, no.
You don't have one?
No, my name is Annie Lemura.
Annie, okay. Now he's bringing you a mic. Annie, tell us about it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Say, oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, I'm thrilled. Go, Annie. Go, Annie. Let's hear it for Annie. Whoa. Let's hear it for Annie. Tell us your story.
I'm dying. I'm a new leader at JFK University Medical Center, and I have the pulmonary unit. And as I arrived, I noticed that we needed more staffing and more support. I simply reached out to my leaders who said, whatever you need, please do your assessment, whatever you need, we're here for you, and we're here for your team. So we did that, and our leadership, and Dr. Sammartino is right here, who is my direct leader, leaned in and said, we're here to support you. And so the team is thriving, and Sheetal Patel, who's our assistant manager right here, I have such a great team. But all I had to do was ask.
All she had to do was ask. Did you hear that? I think Steve has a gift for you, don't you? Yeah, he does. He has a gift for you. Because you spoke up and spoke out, he's going to give you a copy of Think Differently. It doesn't sound like your thinking is disturbed in any way.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Enjoy. Thank you for sharing your story. I appreciate that. And thank you for the mic, Mike. Or Eddie. I don't know. Everyone here is named Mike or Eddie. Did you notice that? Did you notice that? I once brought a delegation from Moscow to Rochester, and they were at the University of Rochester Strong Memorial when Strong Memorial existed before it was merged with whomever else. And there were 7 nurses in the delegation. They were all named Marina. Every single one. What is that chance of happening?